We are living in the safest, most advanced generation in history, and yet we are more afraid than ever before. Let's talk about why. Welcome to this Ministry Road broadcast. Now, here is Charles Miller.
Dealing with today is something that we all have to do. So let's do it with what I'm going to call, and I want you to get used to this terminology and this definition, truth and reason, on your Ministry Road livecast this evening. When I compare 1960 to 2026, I want to speak to you tonight not just as a pastor, but as an educator, but also as a theologian. Okay, let me pull all three of them into how I want to speak to you. Because when we educate, an educator looks at society and they don't just simply react to what is happening. An educator, he asks why. And when a theologian looks at society, he doesn't blame politics. He doesn't blame technology. And he doesn't put the blame on the generation either. Not really. What he does is he examines the human heart. And that's where the blame is. People have been around for a long time. And it's always the human heart that determines the condition of any generation, any culture. And when you do that, you begin to see something that's real clear. You have more comfort than any generation in history. We do. We can get in our vehicle and in 1 hour be 60 miles away. We cannot like the temperature in the room, and we bring it up or bring it down. If our food is too cold, we put it in a little box and we microwave it. There's medicine to cure just about everything. There's pills to make you gain weight, lose weight, just everything. We have more comfort than any generation in history. But we have less peace than almost any generation in history, I would say, from my perspective. And that should not be possible. Yet we are. Think about this. In 1960, President Kennedy rode around the cities in open cars. All of our presidents and our dignitaries, they waved at crowds. Children walked to school. The only rule that we had, or one of the rules that we had, was when the street lights come on, you better be home or you better be headed home. Back in the 60s, neighbors trusted their neighbors, and their neighbors could scold their kids. In the 1960s, front doors was oftentimes left unlocked. I don't remember in my home where we lived, before everybody went to bed, somebody hollered, "Make sure that the door is locked." We didn't worry about that. There was danger in our world in 1960. I'm not trying to paint such a beautiful picture about those years. But there wasn't constant fear that they have today. Look at today. Bulletproof glass, armed security everywhere for dignitaries. Active shooter drills for our children. I remember where I went to school, in Wagaman High School, one particular year, because I remember us doing this. We would practice getting underneath our desk because we was afraid of nuclear war. Yeah, from Russia. I remember that. Yeah. So, yeah, and we would practice getting underneath our desk, in case the ceiling would fall down. Yeah. The media had us fearful even back then. But it wasn't about anybody walking into the school with a gun. Today, children practice how to hide before they even learn algebra. I've seen some things on social media where churches was practicing how to exit the auditorium very quickly. So here's the question, and I always have questions. If we're more advanced, then why are we less secure? What changed? Was it the laws that changed? Was it technology that changed? Or was it something a lot deeper than that? And this would be the theologian's answer. When reverence for God decreases, restraint decreases. Righteousness, the Bible says righteousness exalts a nation. But when a culture slowly pushes God to the margins, sin does not disappear. If God disappears, if righteousness exits the room, unrighteousness is right behind it. It enters the room. It multiplies. The problem is not today. I get metal detectors. Be nice if we had, moral detectors. Because when the conscience weakens, society will become dangerous.
Thank you for listening. If this helped you think deeper, subscribe here on YouTube and also listen to the full Truth and Reason podcast. Just click on the Podbean link below. Use this wisdom today.